Well, I believe what he had to say. I mean, he said it. We're losing to OKC. They're 2 games behind OKC. OKC's fighting for a play-in spot. And the Lakers, and they know they can ill afford to lose any more ball games, Skip. There's only 27 games left. It's not like they got 40, 50 games left and they can make up time. They're already, they're in the 13th spot. And so now you're only a handful of games out of the 6th seed. You're 4.5 games behind the Suns.
And the 6th seed is the last one that's
automatically in.
Yes.
But the Suns just got Kevin Durant. So they're about to take off. They could end up 6th seed. They might be the number 1 seed by the time the season ends.
Yep.
But and AD had just come from the tunnel. He's very upset, Skip. They're losing to OKC. He's not playing particularly well in this ball game.
Nope.
So there's a lot of things that play here. And so now, by the time he gets down and sits his butt in the seat, LeBron hits the fadeaway. And it's, Skip, everything is on camera now. You can't do anything. I just see a video online. Somebody posted me. I went and pick up a dog in the airport. They got me on. They done told how much I done exchanged for the dog. Skip, they done got all of that. So AD has to remember, Skip, you can't have bad body language. You can't have anything at these games now. Even if you feeling miserable, something bad happened, you got to be cheering, even if deep down inside you're seething. But I believe AD. I believe he's very upset, and rightfully so. Hell, I need a lot more people to be upset like AD that they're losing to OKC. No knock on OKC. They got some fine young players. But the Los Angeles Lakers, with a team with Anthony Davis and LeBron James on it, should not be in the position that they're in. They should not have ever been down by at least, I think they were down one time, 19, 20 points to OKC.
They were down 13 with 2 minutes to go.
No, that can't happen.
Yep.
So I agree with AD. We can't put ourselves in this situation. Look, I'm sure he had a conversation with LeBron because, like I said, Skip, being at the game, being across from their bench, all they do is talk when they're on the sideline. When they warm it up, all they do is communicate. They got their secret handshake society going on.
They do.
So for me, Skip, I'm not going to make a big deal out of it. I understand how it came across to the general public. It does not play well on television. Optics mean a lot now. But I believe AD. I believe he was upset that they're losing, and I also believe he was upset that he's not playing particularly well, especially in that game. Well, he wasn't playing well. He was playing well, but not in that game.
No. By the way, are you sure you're picking up a dog at the airport?
Yeah, I had a dog. I had the dog. I had the dog in my arm.
Okay.
And it's in international. How the hell they know I was going to be in international?
No.
You might have told them.
No.
You might have told them. You ratted me out.
All right. I have absolutely no doubt that Anthony Davis loves LeBron James with all his heart and all his soul. I have zero doubt. I will never, ever question that. LeBron wanted AD. He went to your city, and he got him.
Yes, he did.
And whatever price had to be paid, got paid, and AD became a Laker, and they went to the bubble, and they won a championship together, which you can never take that away from either one of them. Now, back to what happened the other night. It was your theory on whatever morning, Wednesday morning.
Yes.
That you said, well, maybe, what was it, that he didn't feel right?
He picked up his 4th foul.
Yeah, and then he was upset that they pulled him.
Yes.
All right, that Darvin pulled him from the game because it was near the end of the third quarter.
Picked up his 4th foul with 58 seconds, and 47 seconds later, LeBron hit the shot.
And my theory was that I actually appreciated the fact that AD wasn't into the game on that night because he was all in on LeBron passing Kareem.
Right.
And it felt like, to me, he was more of a spectator than a participant in the game because he was just in awe of the history he was going to get to behold before his very eyes.
Right.
And I thought, well, maybe because he got yanked because of foul trouble, that it hurt his heart that he wasn't actually on the court with him when the fadeaway
actually happened.
Ripped. And he couldn't actually run up and hug his man Bron on the court where he felt like he was removed from the action.
Right.
That's not what he's saying. Well, when I read this, I got to tell you, I love this because I can't hate on a Los Angeles Lakers saying we were losing to the Oklahoma City Thunder and I was pissed off.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that supersedes your love for LeBron James because what he's saying is we can't lose this game.
Can't.
This is the team in the standings we are literally chasing. They're
Right.
above us, and they're the Thunder. They're the baby Thunder. They're coming from nowhere. That guy can coach. He's coaching. I mean, as you keep pointing out, Shai Gilgeous, he is a flat-out coming-of-age stud.
Yes.
Right before your very eyes. He is an all-star,
Yes.
and he's hard to deal with.
Yes.
And all the kids are playing, the two Jalen Williams, and you look around and you love Muscala, and then they gave up Muscala yesterday. He's now a Celtic.
Yeah.
Okay? So, but they're hard to deal with because they can score. They don't defend at a high level, but they came in and said, we don't care about no Kareem. We're just going to make threes. And
Right.
they just start shooting you right in your heart,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Okay, so for Anthony Davis to clarify this, and he said, I apologize to LeBron.
Yeah, he called him.
If it came across as disrespect. It wasn't disrespect. It was disgust.
Yeah.
We can't do this. We are the freaking Lakers. And for those who don't get Laker Nation, I mean, the pride factor, it's hallowed. It is Kareem, and it is Magic, and it is James Worthy. And by the way, they had another presentation before the game last night, and James Worthy sort of introduced LeBron, and LeBron gave another great speech, had the whole family out on the court. All great. But the point is, that's becoming a sideshow to what's happening right here. And to your point, they are now 25-31. They are 6 games under 500. They got LeBron James playing at the highest level any 38-year-old, 20-year player has ever played at. They got Anthony Davis healthy again, and when he's healthy and he's plugged in and locked in, he's at least a top 10 player when you consider offense and defense. And they just made a bunch of nice little, I don't know if they're life-changing moves, but you made 5 moves. You added 5 new players who are going to help you a little to a lot, right? And the other big point is there was huge addition by subtraction. You just got out from under Russell Westbrook, and I believe that Darvin Ham had seen enough of Patrick Beverley. And I like Pat. I know him, and I appreciate how he fought his way from nowhere to Europe and Asia and G Leagues to get to where he is. And he's made himself a lot of money and his family a lot of money. God bless you, man. But he's hard to coach because he'll act out. And I didn't let you like the camera on the court after LeBron got fouled in Boston. But still, I don't think Darvin liked it. I don't think Rob Pelinka liked it. And I think that in the end, they just said, Russ is hard to deal with. He's hard to coach. Pat is hard to coach. So you cleared the decks. You cleared the air. You lifted the cloud off your team. And now it's time to go, right?
Well, I hope so. You keep saying Russ is hard to coach and Pat Bev is hard to coach. It looks like at 25-31, there are a lot of people that's hard to coach on that team because they're not winning a whole lot of games.
No, and you've called into question. You got a rookie head coach, and he's learning. He's trial and error, right?
Yes.
Okay, now this comes back to LeBron. So LeBron did not play last night. They listed it as an ankle. This is just me, and he did take his shoe off at the end of the game, and I have no idea what's going on. His ankle didn't bother him enough to score 38 points in that game.
You saw that?
Yeah.
Right? On a bad ankle.
On a bad ankle. Who knew? Superman, Iron Man, right? Okay, so he didn't play last night because I'm giving him a pass. He got to be drained, man. I mean, you don't think they celebrated? You don't think there was some vino flowing after that game? You don't think they celebrated like at LeBron's estate up in Brentwood like they just won a title? Because he won his own title. He's the all-time leading scorer.
Well, they better be glad I had to fly out because I'd have been celebrating right there with him on Tuesday night.
Even if you weren't invited, you would have been there, right?
I was invited. I was invited. I told him I wasn't going to be able to make it.
All right.
I was going to invite you, but I know you weren't going to come out.
Well, it's a little past my bedtime.
It was a lot past your bedtime.
Okay, here's the point. I give LeBron the pass because you're just psychologically, emotionally shot from everything that just happened. But guess what? Reality's striking again. And here it comes back. And the sun comes up again. It's come up again today. Believe it or not, it just came up again. And the sun is shining on 25-31, 6 games under 500. And all of a sudden, you're saying, LeBron, you better go. You better snap out of it, and you better get recharged. You better get re-energized because now it's about winning basketball games. So were some of the Lakers saying, Bron, we need you tonight. because you got Milwaukee, it's a national TV game, and obviously they hung in and they played pretty well in the first half. They sort of maxed out, but they don't even have the new players in uniform yet.
Right.
And so it was a wasted night and a wasted game. Well, what'd you tell me? They're down to, what, 20? It's 26 games left,
yeah,
right?
26.
Okay. Well, LeBron, can you take it up another level?
Yeah.
Because the ultimate humiliation for LeBron James would be to miss the playoffs for a second straight year in the year you passed Kareem to be the all-time leading scorer. Ultimate embarrassment. It just would look terrible on your resume. It almost cheapens the record a little bit. You can't even make the playoff. You can't even make the play-in tournament. Well, you're in danger, man, because you're still mired down in 13th place.
Well, we're going to make something.
Okay, well,
we're going to make
better.
the play-in, playoff, make a blanket. We're going to make something. The Lakers going to make something. Look, 26 games left. Got to go 19-7.
Okay, you have to. I think you just upped the mark a little bit.
I did.
Yeah.
I said 18-9 yesterday because we lost the game. So the game that we lost, we got to get it back and a win.
Okay, so you said the Suns are sitting in the 6th seed, and it's the last automatic playoff bid because then you start getting into the play-in.
They're going to be higher than
right?
that.
Okay, all right. So the Suns just acquired you-know-who.
Yes.
Way to go, Phoenix. Anybody from Phoenix? Congratulations.
Funny story. I just bumped into him last night in the hotel.
Who?
KD.
You bumped into KD?
I did.
What are you doing? You're like Mr. Super Bowl.
Social.
I ain't playing in the game. I'm out. Ain't got nothing to do with me. The festivities are for people like me that's not playing in the game.
Is he staying in our hotel?
No, I don't think he's staying, but he just happened to be in there when I got in late last night.
Okay. Did you ask him when he's going to play?
Nah, we had a conversation. We was off in the corner talking.
Did he rip me?
No. We exchanged information. We gonna touch base. Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm glad to hear that because he's in a sweet spot. And we're going to talk about him in a few minutes and what he means to them.
Yes.
Because that's going to work at the highest level. Okay, so the point is the Suns are at the 6th, and as you just said, they're just going to skyrocket up.
Yes.
Okay, then we look at the Clippers are in the 5th spot. They made a bunch of moves, man. Eric Gordon, he is a pro's pro. He is a shooter, you know? And again, I'm a Reggie Jackson fan. He's Ernestine's favorite player. Don't ask me why, but we both loved him. He made a lot of big shots for this team, but they don't have anything to show for all those shots that he made, and he's no longer a Clipper.
They got Plumlee.
Okay, and
they got some rebounding. They got
who just does dirty work.
Yes.
You know, he just elbow greases it, right?
Yes.
Okay, so they switched around some things, but you can argue they got a little bit better, right?
Maybe not significantly. Their bench, absolutely.
And then we get to the 4 seed, and they got this guy named Kyrie Irving, the Dallas Mavericks. They got this guy. I don't think it's going to work, but man, you want to talk about new firepower that they got.
And you got Bones Highland. You got Bones from Denver.
Okay, you're talking about the Clippers.
The Clippers.
Yes. Okay, well, I don't know who he is yet because he hasn't had the chance. That might be a Jerry West special where he says, I see him as a star because he may get some run with the Clippers where you start saying, wait a second, Denver missed the boat. He was unhappy in Denver.
Yeah, he was a playing time.
Because he just couldn't get enough. Well, you got Jamal, and it's just hard to get into the rotation and do what he needed to do. Okay, so I give you all the above. But then we go down to let's go backwards to the 7th seed above you. Guess who? Your Pelicans, right? Okay, and guess who should come? Okay, who's coming back when?
Zion.
Okay, Zion's coming back pretty soon, right?
Yes.
What do you think? Like after All-Star break?
I'm thinking he's coming back like Santa Claus around Christmas time.
You mean like next Christmas?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. And then the 8th seed is Minnesota. I don't know what to make of Minnesota, but
we're going to get them. They got
it. All right.
Yeah, we're going to get them.
Okay. But again, they got rid of D'Angelo. Now you got him, and they didn't love him because they didn't think he's a showrunner. You know, he's not a lead guard.
Yeah, they kept Rudy Gobert, so that's our chance to get back in.
And they got Conley, so they can, you know.
To play pick and roll with Rudy.
All right, and then there's Golden State, and they went and got Gary Payton Jr. back because they miss him on defense, so good for them.
They got rid of Wiseman.
And they got rid of I can't believe, whether you talk about a swing and miss.
He was a third pick in the draft just 2 years ago.
And then there's Portland, okay? And Portland still, Chauncey Billups is going to be a star coach. But the point is that it's a lot of stuff up ahead of you. So, LeBron, you can't celebrate anymore. No. You got to go. The time is now.
We good. Yeah, we good.
Well,
we good now. Watch this. Watch what he does.
Listen, trust me, I'm going to be watching closely.
Oh, he about to lock. Yeah. He about to lock in.
Is he? Mm-hmm. Okay. All right.
It all kicks off Super Bowl Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern on Fox.
Thanks for watching, Undisputed fans. Subscribe here to get the very latest from Skip and Shannon. Plus, go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.